on my mouth. This is Lydia Lohrer at the 2016 SHOT Show, and I'm here with Chris Cheng, a former program manager for Google and top shot competitor who blasted away the competition. Chris, I had to switch from right-handed shooting to left-handed shooting, and I was able to do it successfully, but it felt a little awkward. Can you give me some tips?
Sure. So, any time that you have to change a habit, you've got to adjust and practice a different, a whole different approach to shooting. So, basically, what it comes down to is, taking your pistol. If you're familiar with dry firing, this is about practicing shooting without ammunition in the gun, or if you use snap caps, which are basically plastic rounds, training rounds. But sitting on your couch or just somewhere at home, and literally with your right-handed, now you're using your left hand with your pistol, but practicing, manipulating the action, slowly squeezing the trigger, hundreds, if not thousands of times, because you're basically needing to build in that muscle memory. Right? It's similar to, say, if you were playing baseball or swinging a tennis racket or a golf club and you needed to switch hands.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, the bottom line is it's hard, but you get better through practice and repetition, and having the right mentality and mindset to say, I'm going to do this, and you need to put in the time and the hard work that it takes to be able to switch to another hand.
And it saves on ammo if I'm practicing at home too, right?
Yeah, so dry fire practice is something that I and many instructors are huge proponents of, because it saves money. And really, shooting is ultimately about, it's that muscle memory and ingraining a nice smooth trigger squeeze, practicing sight alignment and sight picture. And for those three basic core fundamentals of shooting, you don't need to do live fire for that.
Okay.
A lot of, for myself included, I'm probably doing dry fire practice 90% of the time, and I'm only doing live fire 10% of the time.
So do you shoot left-handed?
I occasionally do shoot left-handed. For anyone that owns a pistol for self-defense or home defense, there's a paradigm around, well, what happens if your shooting hand gets injured? Right? If a home assailant comes at you with a knife, and you get your wrist and your tendons cut on your shooting hand, well, you're going to have to be able to quickly adapt. Yep, and shoot with your weak hand. So it's definitely a skill set that I would say a lot of people don't necessarily think about doing, to practice shooting with your weak hand.
So even if you don't injure yourself, you should definitely be practicing with your weak hand.
Yep, absolutely, because as with most things with training, you're only able to respond properly if you are ready for it.
Okay, well, let's get ready for it. Thanks, Chris.
You're very welcome.